Hi guys, welcome to another episode of Smartpreneur. I'm waiting for you guys to join. So once you join, we can start. Hello. Okay, so I'm waiting for you guys to join. Hi, Future Food. Okay, fantastic. Our guest is here. Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining me, Talula, for another Smartpreneur Live. Today, we're going to be talking about the agriculture sector. So if you've ever had any interest in the agriculture sector or you want to learn more about it, thank you for joining us. You're going to find this session really informative and very, very interesting. Our guest is here. So with that, let me add her so we can start. Just waiting for Joy to join us so we can start. Joy, are you there?
Hello.
Hi, Joy. How are you doing?
I'm fine. I'm good.
Good. Thank you for joining us. You're actually one of the first people here, so I can see you're very good, big on time. You're very prompt.
Oh, that's nice. Thank you.
Awesome. So let me go through your bio for those who don't know you or who are just sort of coming across you for the first time. You are Joy Adewuyi, and you are the founder of Future Food. So let me go through some information about you. You're doing your part in the agricultural sector to ensure Nigerians have access to healthy and fresh farm produce. So you're the founder of Future Food, like I said earlier, and Future Food is a human-centered system designed to provide sustainable food system solutions. Oh, interesting. With the aid of subscription plans, Future Food helps people make better decisions on the purchase of fresh food items on a monthly or bi-weekly basis.
Yes,
Wow.
yes.
I feel like that is an amazing sector to be in, especially now with everything that's happening with the pandemic and with people not really wanting to go out as often. You know, people don't want to risk their health unless going out is absolutely essential. So I feel like what you're doing with Future Food is very timely and definitely very much needed in this climate. So can you talk to me about Future Food, how you came up with the concept, how you started, and how long it's been now since you started?
Okay, so we actually had this plan before COVID-19. This idea came to me in 2015, though I have dedicated my life work to agriculture. And so even as a teenager, I've been very optimistic about the agricultural sector and the solutions that I can provide to contribute to the development in Nigeria. So Future Food started as Joy Groceries when I wanted to take my time to research the value chain, because it's not just about going to school to study agricultural economics. I'm sorry, I'm outside my house.
That's
And
okay.
okay, so it's not just about going to school to study agricultural economics. I wanted to actually know everything from the beginning of the value chain, from the input suppliers down to the waste recovery. So I have been able to do a form of research on every point of the value chain. So now Future Food came out after Joy Groceries. That was like the research stage where I took some staple crops like onion, pepper, rice, beans, those ones that I know that people always consume. Virtually all the homes in Nigeria would
Yeah.
eat this onion or pepper in a day, in a week, and even every
Yeah.
month. So I was able to research with farmers in states like Sokoto states. I stayed for months in Kebbi, Kwara, and then I'm in Lagos now, where we decided to implement the idea, because we have more of the literate individuals, the literate families in Nigeria. And so now the idea behind Future Food is the fact that more people are beginning to eat processed food. More people are beginning to, because yeah, we try to live like the Oyibo people, and a lot of people now just buy food, or they just buy canned foods and they just process. Now the truth is that we have more cancer issues daily in hospital. We have more people coming to talk about health issues, sometimes constipation, sometimes some other things. We can never ever underestimate the importance of eating fresh food.
Mm-hmm.
Now, last year and past few years, the government has been talking about, and even private firms, crowdfunding to get more farmers to produce more. But a large percentage of food that we produce yearly goes to wastage. Now, more people also talk about the fact that they buy low quantity of food in the market, the price keeps changing, or sometimes they buy bad food in the market. There are so
Mm.
many things that you can
Issues.
just take hold of in the agricultural value chain. So
Okay,
future
sorry, Joy. 1 minute, one moment. I'm really enjoying what you're saying, but I want to just get a deeper understanding on a basic level. So, in terms of what you do, you supply food, fresh foods, like you
yeah,
mentioned, peppers, onions, to households. So, I want to
yeah,
understand how, because you're like the middleman, so you're between the farmers and the consumers, right?
yeah.
So, so just from that point of view, I want to understand, because I know there's some people on here who maybe want to get into agriculture, but they don't understand, or maybe they want to do what you're doing, kind of be a middleman. So let's start from a very basic level. How are you able to first, track down the farmers that you work with, and also how are you able to make sure that the produce that they're giving you, like you said, is quality produce? You don't want to be giving, onions that are rotten or something to customers, because that will impact the reputation of your company. So how are you able to track down reputable farmers? How are you able to get, good pricing from them that you can add profit to add to, before you pass on to the consumer? And also, how were you able to, sorry, it's a lot of questions in one, but I just want to say most of it at once. How are you able to let people know that this service is available? Because people are just getting used to food delivery. Most of the time it was go to the market, go to the supermarket, but now you can have it delivered to your home. So how are you able to also target and reach out to your potential customers?
Okay, so first of all, how did we get to meet the suppliers? Now, that is where I go back to saying that I had to do my research along the value chain. COVID-19 came and we have a lot of people, we see a lot of online ads about people saying, oh, we deliver food items,
Yeah.
we would deliver to you. But everything, what is important in the business of today is giving sustainable solutions. Whatever
Okay.
it is you're doing as a business, it has to be sustainable. So if you want to sell food, but you don't even know the farmers, you don't know their production period, you don't know when they want to get their seeds, where they get their seeds, you don't know the type of seed varieties that they should use that will provide the best type of cucumber or the best type of habanero, rodo, pepper. That's what I'm talking about. So you have to go out. You have to make your research. You have to meet with these people. That is where I begin to learn Hausa, because I know that they produce a larger percentage of what we produce. So when I used to go to their farm, they see me as a small girl. They welcome me, but then I don't understand their language. So sometimes they ask me about my age, my marital status. All of those things make it fun because it's cultural exchange. And then
Mm.
when I tell them, Baba, I'm going to sell all of your rice. I'm going to sell all of your onions in Hausa. Is excited, is agitated. So I had a rapport with them. I took myself to learning the process, how they score the onions, how they grow them, and how they try to store. And I saw the big challenges that they go through year in and out, and how they try to sell. So that's aside.
So, sorry,
So
can you
now,
tell us what kind of challenges would you say that they go through, just so we can have more of an understanding of the agricultural sector?
last year we tried. I will go down through our page. I was standing in front of hundreds of bags of onions. Now in a bag there are like 10 bags, and one bag of onion is about 150 kg. Now there are 10 bags in a ban, and there are like hundreds of bags. So this is talking about millions of onion bulbs. Now we store them in local bands that are made from straws, dry straws. Now
Okay.
it's old onions for about a period of 6 months. So now, what these babas just do is to store, and then they keep praying. Oh God, make sure help us so that at the end of the 6 months, when onions is scarce and we can't produce onion, we'll be able to sell. So what happened to us last year? We did everything, virtually everything we did right. But around July, when rain would be very, very high in Sokoto,
Mm.
and then that was when the border closure came in. So merchants that are supposed to take onions out to or our other neighboring countries.
Yeah.
Go out of the country. And so merchants that always look at local markets like Mile 12 and the ones in the east had to compete. Now everybody were pouring their onions in the local market. Apart
Wow.
from that, we had to delay. Okay, we were trying to check the market. Okay, what if we wait a week? Maybe the price will go up and we'll be able to actually make a little profit. But the rain in the north, when it comes very much. And when
Wow.
a drop of onions get in, water gets into the barn, you can have all your onions spoiled in the space of 3 days. That's how.
Wow. Just from water getting in.
Yes. Even if water doesn't get in, relative humidity of the atmosphere can destroy everything. So those are the risks and uncertainties that are like attached to the agricultural sector, which a lot of people that are coming into that sector need to understand before they begin to invest money.
Thank you so much for highlighting that, because I think now there's a sort of agriculture boom where people look at agriculture as a way to make quick money and fast money, maybe without necessarily knowing the risks involved, and that there's so many different factors. Like you said, even the fact that you're able to communicate better with the farmers that you work with. Like you said, you went at the further step of learning a bit of Hausa just so you can be more personable and communicate better with them. So I'm just so happy you're being very open, because when we see agriculture, pushed, there's so many conferences, there's so many government initiatives, we feel it's really a gold rush. And even though it might be a gold rush, there's obviously steps and processes that need to be put in place before one can reap the benefits like you're doing. So thank you so much for that. So let's now talk about reaching out to your potential customers and letting people know, like you said, since COVID started, I can totally identify with what you mentioned, that so many ads for different markets, and different middlemen and women that can bring food to you from Mile 12, from directly from the farm, from different places. It seems like there's almost an oversaturation of those services. So how have you been able to get your target clients, keep them, and also keep them coming back, because there is, like you rightly mentioned, a lot of competition in this space?
Okay, so when I see all of these things, the question of what makes me feel very reserved is the value proposition. Now, a lot of people that are in the market now are saying, whenever you need beans, Joy, just call me, I'm bringing beans to you. Now, going back to the fact that every solution in today, in the business of 2020, has to be sustainable. If these guys can acquire customers now, can they do this in the next 3 years? Can they put up systems that will be able to run against 2030? Now, I have an idea that I call FSV 2030. It's called Food System Vision 2030. And I can remember applying to the Open IDEO by the Bill Gates Foundation. It's a food price, I don't know if you heard about that, a food price
No.
challenge. Yeah, so
Okay.
we were talking about system thought solutions. We're talking about people oriented solutions. Now, a lot of people are coming into this sector to help people get, because a lot of people don't want to go out and they feel like, oh, there's opportunities. Now, we are not on demand. The
Okay.
first
Oh,
thing
you're not on demand. Okay.
so
Okay.
we are trying things like HelloFresh in the UK, Blue Apron in the US or UK. Now, when we want our food items, we know that Nigerians always in the month have to deal with budgeting their salary. This is how much I earn. This is how much I have to spend. I don't want. This is how much I want to do in investments. Oh, I want to do real estate. Some of the things like that. So now we want to help you with getting the right quantity of food that your family needs. Sometimes we even buy food. We just find that, oh, potato is very plenty in the market. You just buy it, and at the end of the day, maybe 50% of that potato waste. The idea of production is not for waste, it's for food to be consumed in the
Yeah.
right proportion.
Yeah.
So we
Yeah.
have 3 plans at Future
Okay.
Food. We have 3 plans that can serve you on a bi-weekly basis and on a monthly basis. So let's assume that we have you have a small family size of 3 kids or 2 kids, a father and a mother. Now we have a small family plan that allows you to be able to get the food that you need for your family. Now,
Mm-hmm.
we only do food items.
You only do
There is
what? Sorry? Basic
we
food
only
items.
do food items.
Okay, basic food items. Okay.
Want to buy Milo, we can't provide them.
Okay. Okay.
Trying to have our own niche.
Okay.
If you want, yes, we're preaching fresh food items.
Okay.
Food items
Okay, but
that
sorry, I have a question. I have a question, Joy. I'm so sorry to stop
are
you. I'm sure some people are wondering because you mentioned you don't do on demand. So
yes.
if, let's give a scenario. Let's say today, me, Talula, I call you. I say, Joy, hi, how are you doing? How's family? Hope you're staying safe. I need rodo. I need rodo. I need onions. I need garlic. I need oranges, things like that. So because you don't do on demand, is it that I have to have subscribed for it at the start of the month, or how does it work? I want us and everyone watching as well to have a better understanding of exactly how your service works.
Okay, this is how it works. So on websites, we have been able to pull up messages that say that let's assume that, oh, I'm a working mother. I
Yeah.
have to go every day. And I'm at work right now. And at the beginning of the month, I already know that I have the opportunity, or at the end of the month, to subscribe to the food items that I would need, maybe for the next 2 weeks, for the next
Okay.
1 month.
Okay.
Get that sorted. I don't have to think about going to the market after work every day, or in the,
Okay.
or on Saturdays, on weekends. So that is what we're
Yeah.
saying. When you now, one of the things we do is when you subscribe on delivery, we always provide you with a box of fresh food items.
Okay.
And the reason
Okay.
why we do that is because I have friends that would take their money and buy themselves pizza every other day in the week, but they can't take that money and buy themselves watermelon. They won't do
I
that.
think we all have friends like that. Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
And
So
we've all been
unless
that friend at one point in time, definitely. So it's
so that trying to help Nigerians see that yes, we should be comfortable or convenient with how we purchase food, but let's not forget the fact that fresh food they are very important to our health, our immunity against diseases such as cancer, those long-term diseases. So we need to be able to. So that is why we want to get fresh fruits to people. These things, it's not like fresh fruits are so expensive. When we buy them in bulk and we share it to a large population of customers that we have, we won't really feel it as a cost. We will be helping it better. So if we can build these products, if we can build this business, and then in the next future, we will be like all foods market of Nigeria, that people can buy fresh food. Yes,
Amen.
that's our goal.
Amen. That would be fantastic. That'd be really fantastic. And as you were talking, I remembered something. There was a clip that went viral on social media not long ago where we saw with some roadside fruit merchants, and we saw them washing fruit in the gutter. And policemen came, and they people were shouting and everything. Obviously, that's very, very dangerous. People don't know what they're buying sometimes. So I want to also talk about food safety standards. What are the regulations in the agricultural sector? Is it NAFDAC? Are there any other bodies that sort of ensure food safety? Because obviously, it's food, so people really want to have that assurance that what they're consuming, is, like you said, it's going to be immunity boosting, it's going to be healthy, and it's not going to cause any harm. Ooh, Joy has frozen. Okay, you're back. Joy, are you back with us?
Sorry.
Okay, I can hear you now. You froze for a minute, but you're back. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can.
Okay, fantastic. So yes, I was just asking about the regulation in the agriculture sector to ensure that the food that is being sold is actually safe for consumption.
Okay, so yeah, we have NAFDAC, we have Standard Organization of Nigeria. We have, it depends on, sometimes it's streamlined down to, because the agricultural value chain is very big, is very vast. Sometimes some people just do production for the sake of the fact that they want to export. So when they want to export, there is a regulation agency that has to be able to say, oh, your product is fit for export to this country. Yes, so we have the basic ones as NAFDAC. Standard Organization of Nigeria. We also have some agencies, organizations that are peculiar to each crop or each livestock that you are into. So all you just need to do is find those ones. Yes, we have the national cotton standard, this and that. That is for the cotton farmers and exporters. We have for cassava, yam. We have livestock producers, and etc.
Okay, I understand. And you're quite young. I don't know how old you are, but you're quite young. I can see from your fresh face. So sorry, how old? 25.
Yeah.
You're 25. Oh wow. Okay, fantastic. So you're a young woman. You're doing great. You're really making a mark in the agricultural sector. So I want to talk about being a woman in the sector, and also what sort of advice or tips you would give to anybody who's looking at you and wants to follow in your footsteps, wants to break into agriculture, but they don't really know how to go about it. They don't know about the startup costs, but they may not have any sort of links to the sector. What are just some very basic things they can start doing, start researching, to really sort of make moves into entering the sector?
So if you're not one of those people who have a lot of money from other sectors like Kalula, and just
amen. Claim it.
And just want to come and maybe invest the money in agriculture, get some people to do it, and then brings out their own dividends at the end of the day. If you really want to get into agriculture, you need to learn the basics, and you need to be very prepared to do the work, because if you can't do the work, then I'm not saying you should go and get a hoe and begin to farm. No, I'm saying that you need to be able to understand the basics of agriculture. There are two solid things that I also always mention when I'm being asked about agriculture. It involves risk and uncertainties. Some businesses just have risks alone. But with agriculture comes uncertainties, because we are in a developing nation. There's so many things that we are experiencing, just like what happened to us, myself and my farmers last year. So when I go back to Lagos, I started researching about the technologies that we can actually employ to help us with this kind of challenge. And I realized that cobalt is being used in Kenya currently to preserve.
What's that?
Cobalt. That's the name of the technology. That's the name
of the technology. Okay.
Yeah, it's called cobalt, and it's been used in Kenya for years now. And came across some expensive solutions that have been employed in the US that preserves a large quantity of onions for about 11-12 months. That's a year. That's double what our
amazing.
Can do. So you need what I would just advise people to do is come and disrupt the market. Don't come and try to start from the scratch. Learn what has been going on in the scratch.
I love that.
Come with technology. Come with solutions. Come with a plus value propositions that would break these markets, that would help us improve the food system, that would help us to improve the value chain. That is what we want to see. That is what will help our food system to actually compete with the developed nations.
I love what you said. I really love what you said about coming with the aim of disrupting the market, not just starting from scratch and doing what everybody else is doing. So I think there's something about doing something, adding a value proposition. Anybody that comes, like you said, with a value proposition, somehow a way of preserving the crops for a lot longer, a way of preserving onions and other vegetable items, that's obviously very valuable both to farmers and people along the supply chain like yourself. So I really do love what you said. Thank you for that. So let's talk about social media now and how you've been able to use social media, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, to promote your business, to market your business, and just to get more people to know about your business, Future Food.
Okay, so that is actually what progress, because when you have an identity of someone who is like a ghost online, I'm just a ghost online. So now I have a startup, and I understand the fact that I need to minimize costs. I need to learn about social media marketing. When I started business as far back as 6 years, when I was 18, 6 or 7 years when I was 18, I learned doing the one-on-one business introductions to get products sold. So now when I started doing some other businesses that had to do with online sales, I was just comfortable with the fact that I was bringing my offline customers online. But now I have a business that wants to speak to volumes of people, volumes of families and consumers around Lagos and beyond. So I have come to understand. Now I just took an online class from Trisha Bees. Trisha Bees.
Okay.
This
Busy,
guy's
yes.
amazing marketing. Yeah. So I realized that I have to go the extra length apart from doing my farm work, my farm produce, getting the packaging materials and etc. To know that I need to have an online presence. I need to be able to engage with prospects. I need to run ads. And even now, I just found out an unconventional ad platform that is not Instagram or Facebook, but I can run through the social media platform that I would use. I wouldn't use Instagram to run my social, so that people like you would not see and be like, there are a lot of them now. We don't really care. So yeah. So
Okay, so can you share with us? It sounds good, though. This thing you're saying about you have this new platform you found to run your. Please, can you tell us?
It's called AI Christopher. Yeah, it's an what do we call it? It's just called Christopher. Christopher. If you check online, Christopher is an artificial intelligence. It responds to text messages. It responds to, just like if you are tweeting about food now, instead of my ad to just pop up on your feed, when you talk about food or talk about work, my ad could come in your DM to talk about my product. That's what it is about.
Fantastic. Amazing. Thank you for sharing. I know you were hesitant, but thank you. We appreciate it because we're all in this hustle together. So we're sharing knowledge, we're sharing our expertise so we can all help each other. Okay, that's really fantastic. And I think, it's true that as an entrepreneur, it is, important to scale your business as much as you can. But with social media, there is so much to learn. I'm happy you mentioned Trisha Biz because she's a great coach. There's also Coach Nancy on Instagram. There's also Niger Brand Chick that I know does a lot of training for SME. So all those people are really fantastic to check out because I know they have, very affordable on courses for how to sort of boost your online visibility, and that's really important. So let's talk about your team. Is it just you at the moment? Do you have more than one person working alongside you? And if not, do you plan to sort of get more people involved as you grow?
Okay, I have people that I work with, but then I need more people because I believe in the spirit of teamwork. If we're going to have a business that will grow to become the old food market that I keep envisaging, that I keep seeing, that I want for Nigeria, we would have to work with a lot of people, professionals from outside the value chain. So currently I have because I don't have a background of tech, except for now that I'm getting used to it. There's I can remember the first website I actually used Wixsite to develop and design every other thing. Then I met a guy because I want to use USSD codes.
Okay.
I shouldn't have said that. Okay, so because that is a solution that we want to actually implement in the near future when we actually reach a certain key performance indicator. Now we have someone who can actually get us that, and we don't have to pay for. And that is actually the idea of teaming up with people. So I have people who their own value chain, their own area of expertise is in tech. Some of them just tech for agriculture, innovations. So those are the people that I want. There's some people that are just into marketing and sales. I need people like that because I'm all about the value chain, the product. Sometimes I can talk at length about the product. I can talk at length about the solutions that we should bring in, that I forget that I need to actually knock on the doors of my customers. So I am actually open to people in other sectors that feel like their own solutions, their own work can actually be of great benefits to solutions like mine in agricultural value chain, that we can actually form synergies to make this work. Yeah.
Fantastic. So there's somebody out there who is on this live right now or watching the replay who, feels you can partner with Joy in order to, get some mutually beneficial business benefits, please do reach out to her at Future Food. So that's a little ad for you. So let's talk about, yes, you mentioned about the Bill Gates Foundation program that I think you said you'd applied for it. Is that right? You said you applied for it, yes. So I want to talk to you about how people who are also, I guess, on this live, wanting to get into agriculture, how they can find out about those types of opportunities. Because I know there's a lot of opportunities in the sector. There's a lot of government-backed schemes. I know the recent COVID loan was more actually targeted towards the agricultural sector. More preference was given to people in the agricultural sector. There's the Bill Gates opportunity you just mentioned, Gates and Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation opportunity. So what other opportunities are there that you know of, and how can people, tap into these? Is there a website? Is there a forum? How can people get to know about opportunities in the agricultural sector?
Okay, let me start from here. When COVID-19, when the lockdown started, and the Lagos State government was going to work on the food response to the less privileged and the older population in Lagos State. Now, I was an individual that volunteered to actually work amidst the virus challenge when it was really, really hot in the country. Now, how did I get to that? How did I volunteered? I actually spoke to someone who I have been able to work with before. That okay, I don't work with the Ministry of Agriculture, but I know that this is ongoing, and I would like, because it's going to be a form of experience for me. It's also going to be an opportunity for me to actually provide this solution that I really, really want to do. Get fresh food, get safe food, get more food to individuals. And I was able to do that for weeks, going down there, taking tests, and I still remained negative, to the glory of God. So
Amen.
So the idea is that if you are interested in something, you always try to find it. Websites like VC4A, Venture Capital for Africa, they have so many, they pull up so many programs, accelerator programs. They even have an academy that teaches you about business. These things, so you can employ them in the agricultural business. We have different scholarship programs that are for agriculture. We have different websites online. Sometimes all you just need to do is type agricultural events. There are these event websites in Nigeria now that actually just they just give us updates. I think I follow one on my Instagram account. They just give us updates on different events. We have Nairametrics. Nairametrics gives us updates about stocks, forex exchange, and all of that. And a lot of times, agriculture always comes to play. So you just need to type agriculture, type opportunities in agriculture, type businesses in agriculture, type events in agriculture. Come to Instagram, go to your explore, type go to some of the business pages that are in the agricultural business, for forward farms, Okpe farms. See, there are a lot of them. These guys attend. You should even follow banks like Sterling Bank. I remember last year I was in Sokoto State, and I left Sokoto to join the African Agricultural Summit that was organized by Sterling Bank. So from there you meet people. When these people, okay, today I just saw a publication about a reality TV show for farmers.
Wow.
By Hey and StarTimes. I just saw it today, and I registered today because I want to be there.
Wow, you are sharp. You don't waste time.
I know I can't be on Big Brother because I'm going to come back home soon. But if I am somewhere like that, I know that I will do better. So now someone who saw this sent it to me because someone knows that the person knows that I'm interested in agriculture and everything that surrounds it. So if you want to learn more about something, just like when I want to know what is going on Big Brother reunion, I know the accounts to check. I know if I should go to Pulse TV or something. That's how it works. Go and look for it. You find it.
I love that. I think it's so interesting because people sometimes feel like, oh, you're waiting for someone to give you something, you're waiting for someone to spoon feed something to you, or the right time, the right opportunity. But I love your entire vibe and your entire message, which is just like, if you're interested in something, put yourself out there. Like you said, if there's a show that you're interested in, you're going to binge watch it. You're going to go online, look up all the facts, look up all the actors, actresses, everything. So that's the same energy, ginger and spirit you should use.
One thing.
Sorry, go ahead.
Just like sometimes I watch moments, and sometimes the reason why I just want to watch moments is because I want to see Bolanle and Talula just give the accent. I'm like, wow, this is just cute. This is just cool. Or I want to see the fashion. I'm like, wow, this is amazing. And then the thoughts, burning issues, those things that I know that actually relate to me. Those are the things I look for. That is why I watch Ebony Live. And that's the idea.
Ah, awesome. Thank you. You're so sweet. Thank you. That's giving me extra ginger in my day. Okay, fantastic. So let's take any questions. If you guys have any questions now for Joy, please do drop them in the comment section so I can put them to her and we can, get to know more about agriculture because we have about 20 minutes. So I want everyone to drop their questions. All right, I'm waiting on you guys. In the meantime, I still have questions, so I'm going to go along and ask mine. But when people in the comment section drop their questions, I will put them to you. You guys, if you're there, Precious, I know you have questions. Snow, I know you have questions. Please drop them below. Thank you. So let's talk about the future. First of all, I love the name of your company. How did you come up with that name, Future Food? It's like a very catchy, very memorable name.
So because we don't want to sound and come out conventional, and because we want to build a business that would go beyond my generation, I don't want to actually leave this business in the next 3 years. That is what I'm saying. I'm dedicating my life to agriculture. So now we want to be able to always iterate with new tech. We want to iterate it every new thing that works or happens in agriculture. So we're looking into the future. Now I say it is people oriented. I say it is system the English is not coming forth. But then we futurecast. We're futurecasting solutions that Nigerians will use. We have so many ideas now that we can't even implement. Just like I mentioned, the USSD code once and the other time, we can't implement it now. Now a base that can take that. So we have a lot of those things. And also, are you with me? Hello? Are you with me?
Yes, we're with you. It went on for a moment, but it's back. Yeah, we're with you.
Okay, so there is a big future for agriculture. There's a big future for Africa. That's key for me. So we want to have something that people would always look forward. When I hear future, it's something coming forward. That is something I should actually look forward to. So we always want you to see a product and know that there's always a better thing coming. I think a question just came in.
There's about 3 questions. I'll ask them one by one. So Precious has said, how do people react when you tell them that you're a farmer?
Well, a lot of times people see me, and I went for an interview for one agriculture training, but I had to actually go through an interview before I could join the training. And the man was like, you don't look like a farmer. So I told him, wait, let me show you some pictures on my phone. So I told him, this person you are seeing on the phone and this person sitting before you,
It's the same person.
So I told him, look, it's different. It's totally different. This is what I do, but I would not give myself the opportunity to actually look low in the society because I'm a farmer. Since 2015, since the agricultural development policy came out, agriculture has gone from being a hobby to a business. So when you see agri people now, we are business owners. We are not just farmers. We are not just people that sell food. We are business owners. So it's seen as one. So I don't think I have ever had a challenge with it.
Fantastic. Well, you're quite glam, so I love the fact that you're even dismantling stereotypes around what a farmer should be, what a farmer should look like, because you look great. You look glamorous, you look worldly, you look cosmopolitan, like a city dweller. And I love the fact that, you're not going to be boxed into one thing. Because you're a farmer, you don't dress a certain way. You're going to dress how you as a young woman are comfortable looking and comfortable with people perceiving you, but you're still going to pursue your passion, which is farming. So I love that, and I definitely advocate for that. So someone else has said, how can we find you, and what food plans do you have?
Okay, so let me just do this. So we have a flyer that says, is this going to be we have food plans here. We have 3 food plans. We have the single plan that is for single people like myself, or people that live, maybe 2 people living together. So the single plan provides fresh food items in a box. All our
Okay.
food comes in a box. So when we have a single plan that has like 5 kg rice or 10 kg rice, 5 kg beans, we have 3 kg onions, we have a crate of egg, and some other stuffs. So we put them in a box. We put a fresh package of fruits, and then we put, sometimes we put recipe cards
Okay. Oh,
them
nice,
in a,
nice.
fill them, and then we deliver them to you. So we have
Okay.
3 subscription plans. We have the single plan for singles or people that live together, just a maximum number of 2 people. We have
Okay.
a small family size, like I said earlier. We have a maximum number of 5 members. Then we
Okay.
have the large size that talks about a number of 8, 9 members.
Okay. Can you give us an example of the pricing on each of those plans?
Okay, so for the single plan is just 15,000 naira.
15,000.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Then the, sorry, I
So
just want to understand the different tiers.
okay,
The
yeah.
one of the
So for
family of 5, how much is that?
the small family plan, we have just for 30,000 naira, and
Okay.
then the large
Okay.
5,000 naira. So imagine
Okay. Okay.
um as a single person, or let me say, imagine as a small family, or I have 3 kids, myself and my hubby, and we subscribe to the 30K plan. It literally means that we spend 1,000 naira to get all these food items in our house daily, because when we divide 30,000 by 30 days in a month, so you are literally paying us 30,000 naira to make sure that you have all the fresh food items you need in your house, and we make
Mm-hmm.
sure that we supply you in good and great packaging materials, which we would improve on over time, so that when we deliver these food items, just get them out of the box, put the ones that need to be in the freezer or in the fridge, put the ones
Mm-hmm.
that need to be in the store. So you don't have to change the packaging material until you
Okay.
extract the items. Yes, that's how it
Okay.
works. Yeah.
Okay. 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 Then, so I want to ask you, there's some more questions. Most people are now asking you if you can mentor them, that they're, thinking of possibly going into the agricultural sector very soon. That's, will you be willing to mentor them? And if yes, how do they connect with you?
In all sincerity, I'm open to actually answering questions. It's just that what the question I get is, because a lot of people are trying to come into the sector now. Some people call me and they're like, Joy, I want to try to do what you are trying to do. Can you share your idea with me? I'm like, oh, I can, in a way. I don't only want to, because instead of everybody trying to start a business, you can actually come together and do something big. Last year, I was at the Nigerian American Chamber of Commerce event. I think at somewhere on the island, yeah. And they were talking about the exportation challenges, and the major individuals that the major export guys were there, and they were telling us about what we need to be able to export our products. That's our agricultural produce. And telling people, everybody wants to come up and say, I have these products and I want to export them. But they're telling us, you guys should come together. That is when it's going to be easy for you to actually export. So it is okay for you to actually say you want to come up with your own agribusiness. It's okay for you to send me messages. Of course, I would answer them. If you have my private line, that's fine. I would always answer you.
Mm.
But just keep in mind that partnership is a good way forward for every one of us. Yes.
Fantastic. Okay, thank you so much. So I know that was kind of the prevalent questions that a lot of people were asking about, sort of getting in touch with you and mentorship and everything. So, someone else is asking, Snow's asking, do you think a lot of youth are interested in agricultural business? If not, why do you think so?
Well, I think that percentage of youths that are still not interested in agriculture is quite large or big. Because I realized that our generation, 1990s, we really, really just want to do something that is comfortable and get money. And when I say agriculture has uncertainties, a lot of people don't smile about that. Nobody wants to invest. I mean, last year I learned a lot of things. I won't do anything without insurance ever again in my life, ever.
Okay.
So now, for youth in Nigeria and agriculture, I think we still have a long way to go, because for us to become countries like USA, India, China, that are like they have a comparative advantage in exporting some agricultural commodities, we need a lot of youth. A country like India, when a country like India that exports onions, they're like they have a comparative advantage at exporting onions. When I go on YouTube and watch the videos of their guys that export onions, I realize that a lot of them are youths. A lot of them are youths. So
Wow.
if we're going to actually grow beyond the crude ways, the crude earnings, and the crude production outputs per year, we are going to have to actually engage more youths that are going to be able to use their intelligence. They are going to be able to use their resources, intellectual capacities, engineering, just the different things that a lot of people can do. I believe that it's not only people that study agriculture or are interested in agriculture can actually do agriculture. There's some people that did engineering. Why don't you actually think about the things that you can do, that you can probably develop or make better for the agricultural sector? I met a guy during this agricultural summit in Abuja. He was one of the panelists, and he has
Okay.
actually put up different engineering different tractors, different solutions that we can actually use in the agricultural sector. He's just 23. I had goosebumps. I
Wow.
was like, that's amazing. That's
That's
amazing.
amazing. Yeah, that's truly amazing. And it comes back to what you said about disrupting the sector and coming with a real value proposition as well, not just coming into it like, oh, I want to make money and I want to do this, I want to do that. It's like, what value are you offering, as well as wanting to make money on the other side of it as well. So let's talk about the future of your company, Future Food. What do you see? Where do you see it going in the next 5 years? How do you see it growing? Do you see yourself exporting more, or do you see yourself mainly, like you mentioned, the Whole Foods model, being the Whole Foods of Nigeria and supplying fresh and immunity boosting produce to Nigerians?
Okay, so in the next 5 years, well, for the fact that we just gained some grants, we plan on actually employing this money to scale our business in few months. So, but basically, we are focused on customer acquisition for now. We're at our beta stage, so we're focusing on customer acquisition even now, where we have a saturated market and we have a lot of competition, indirect competition actually coming forward. But in the next 5 years, we will be actually being able to reach a lot of customers. In the next 5 years, we'll be actually using our USSD solutions. We'll be using some other non-conventional solutions that we have lined up. And also in the next 5 years, by the grace of God, we would have made a lot of millions and would have been able to actually engage international communities in the agricultural sector of Nigeria. Just like Farm Crowdy was able to actually do a lot of connecting international communities
Mm-hmm.
into the agricultural business, crowdfunding for farm production in especially last year. We would also be able to do that in the food circle parts of the agricultural value chain. So when it comes to actually getting the food to individuals, they will not just see us as a conventional, oh, they do what this other lady does in
Yeah.
supply. No, we want to bring something sustainable. We want to bring something that is technology oriented as well. We want to make sure that it is going in line with the current situation or the current trends of food purchase, of food access in the developed nations. So that is how we want to roll. Even in the way we process, the way we acquire our food produce, the way we process them, the way we package them, we want to actually automate those things. That is
Okay.
our plan. Yes, so that a lot of people will be able to see us as sustainable. A lot of people will be able to trust us with the food they consume. That's important for us.
Fantastic. That's really amazing. I see that you're a visionary. I'm not surprised that your company is called Future Foods. I think you're someone, from speaking to you just today, you're thinking ahead, you're thinking how to be sustainable, how to incorporate tech, which is, something that a lot of VCs do look for when investing in companies, both here on the African continent and abroad. And, you're also thinking of, exporting as well. And I feel like you're such a smart person. I'm really happy that you were able to make time to come on Smartpreneur today. There's a lot of your fans in the comment section wanting to connect with you about partnerships and different things. So can they reach you via Instagram DM? If they DM your account, are you able to see those messages?
What did you say?
DM. If people who want to connect with you and discuss further, can they DM you on Instagram? Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So you guys who've been asking for Joy's contact and all the rest of it, please DM her on Instagram. She will answer you. Hopefully, I'm sure she will, and she'll get back to you on whatever partnerships or ideas that you have to discuss. So that's it. We have about 3 more minutes, and if no one has any more questions, we're going to go off. So if there's any last-minute questions, please do ask them now. And if not,
before another question comes in, since you think we have a beautiful solution, you should just go ahead to our website and see what we have for you so that we can actually convert you. I believe I've been able to actually sell my brand. So if we can convert someone like you to be on our customer list, we would want to serve you 100% food delivery service. We want to give that. So
thank you so much. I would love that. I don't like to go to the market very much. I go once in a while, but I prefer not to go. So it's very convenient for me as well. I'm definitely going to go on the website and check it out. I suggest you guys do so as well. I've been so impressed with what I've heard. And even in terms of, with COVID and everything, we're all trying to boost our immunity. We all should be, having our ginger, our lemon, our onions, like you said, atarudo as well. All these are immunity boosting foods that we all actually should be having more of at this time. So I think what you're doing is really, really invaluable. Thank you so much. Yes, could we? Someone's asking for your web address.
Okay, 1 minute. Trying to type it.
Okay, so Joy's gonna put up her web address. And in the meantime, thank you guys for tuning in. I feel like, this is we have a bi-weekly date, twice a week. We meet and we discuss, business. It's been really, really amazing. So please do visit us online as well. We are at www.smartpreneur.ng. We have a lot more information for business owners over on our website. For SMEs, we have information on funding, on taxation, on legal issues that businesses face. All that is for free, and it's on www.smartpreneur.ng. And we're also on TVC on Saturdays from 5:45 p.m. So please also check out our TV show. A lot of work goes into this. It's not just me. I know I'm the person you guys see. There's a whole team behind the scenes who are really working so hard. And, the point of it really is to help SMEs. We know it can be tough. It can be a very stressful endeavor being an entrepreneur. It's not all glitz and glamour like it's painted out to me. So the point of Smartpreneur is really to bring, tools, tips, advice, anything that we can to help entrepreneurs who are in the SME stage to thrive and to grow bigger and to scale and to, we all want to be the next Jeff Bezos, the next Elon Musk. So the whole point of Smartpreneur is to give everyone out there who is an entrepreneur the tools to do so. So I really hope you guys check out futurefood.com.ng and also www.smartpreneur.ng as well. I feel like I've spoken so much. All right, Joy, thank you so much. I'm gonna go to the website. I'm gonna check it out. I'm gonna message you as well once I've done that. Thank you so much for coming on. We really do appreciate you, and I love the way you've spoken to us so openly and candidly. I feel like I've gotten a deeper insight into the agricultural sector. It's it always seems a bit mysterious. We don't really know how it works, but talking to you, we've definitely gotten a better understanding. So thank you so much. We appreciate you.
Thank you so much. Thank you for the opportunity. Thanks a lot.
You're welcome. All right, take care. Bye everybody. Thank you for tuning in. Bye.